Hey everyone, so today I wanted to talk about one of my all-time favorite characters in Inazuma so far, and that's Yae Miko. Interestingly, there's not that much that we know about her aside from her role as the chief priestess of Narukami Shrine and as the chief editor of Yae Publishing House. Because of this, I did a bunch of research on her and made some really interesting finds, so today we're just gonna jump in and talk about the 5 things that you may not know about Yae Miko when it comes to Genshin lore and theory. Also, before I get into the rest of this video, I just want to say I'm hoping to hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year, so if you guys enjoyed my video or just like Genshin lore in general, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and without further ado, let's get into the rest of the video. The first thing that you may not know about Yae is that she actually met A's sister, Makoto. During the Archon quest, Yae tells us that she only knew Makoto for a short time, but she found Makoto to be a gentle god that cherished the beauty that surrounded her. We even get a little glimpse of a little baby Yae through a cutscene during the Archon quest.
Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment.
Now, I'm not sure if you guys caught it, but if you look very closely here, you'll see Makoto holding a small baby pink fox, which I believe is Yae. And isn't she super cute? Anyways, that being said, I'm sure there are a few skeptics out there, so here's a few reasons why it's Yae. First of all, we currently don't know of any other pink color kitsunes other than Yae Miko. In fact, we haven't even come across any other kitsune during our time in Inazuma, making it very likely that this is her. Now, some of you might still be wondering, why doesn't the fox that Makoto is holding look like Yae? Well, for those of you who didn't know, in Japanese mythology, kitsune are a fox yokai that have many special abilities, one of them being shapeshifting. According to the myths and legends, baby kitsune are unable to shapeshift and must wait until maturity before they can take on the forms of other beings. That being said, it's very likely that when Yae was a child, she was unable to take the form of a human, explaining why she still appears to be a fox whilst in Makoto's arms. Additionally, as the chief priestess of the Grand Narukami Shrine, Yae Miko most likely took on a human form to blend in with the other human priestesses and visitors who stopped by the shrine. However, I still can't help but wonder if maybe at some point in the future we may see Yae's true fox form. Next up, I wanted to talk about Yae and Ayato Kamisato. From what I could gather from the bulletin boards in Inazuma, it sounds like Yae Miko and Ayato Kamisato work pretty closely together. This would make sense as Ayato is the head of the Yashiro Commission, which is in charge of the shrines, festivals, and cultural events of Inazuma. Some of the initiatives that Yae and Ayato have worked on include providing food to victims of war and post-war counseling to veteran samurai. However, one of the more notable collaborations between Yae and Ayato involved the sacred Sakura cleansing ritual. According to one of the shrine maidens, Inagi Hotomi, Ayato and Yae were trying to figure out how to successfully complete the Sakura cleansing ritual. Lucky for them, the traveler was able to swoop in and complete the ritual successfully. Now, given these examples of how closely Yae and Ayato have worked together, it seems likely that Yae will be released alongside Ayato. Additionally, I predict that with this release that there will be some sort of world or story quest where we have to work with Yae and Ayato to protect the sacred Sakura from the abyss. But more on that later. Now, something a lot of people don't know about Yae Miko is that she had a fairly close relationship with the Kitsune Saiguu. The lore book called The New Chronicles of the Six Kitsune outlines this a bit, saying, when the Kitsune Saiguu departed from the Hokushin lands to take up her post at the Grand Narukami Shrine, Lady Yae still had yet to be born. As such, her early years were filled with stories and tales about Saiguu, and she loved and respected her greatly. This is also why Lady Yae would eventually come to the Grand Narukami Shrine herself after embarking on her own travels. Due to their closeness by blood, Lady Saiguu doted upon Lady Yae quite a bit, though Lady Yae speaks as little as possible about those times as she may nowadays. And while I as a novelist write to entertain, I shall refrain from revealing too much about Lady Yae's past, lest I suffer under the editor-in-chief's mighty pen. But back to Yurakusai. It is no longer clear how Yurakusai angered Lady Saiguu back in the day, but it is known that his deeds may have had some connection to the later incursion of the Abyss. However, after Yurakusai had been driven out, the Lady Saiguu would no longer dwell at the Grand Narukami Shrine, but would instead set up permanent residence at Tenshukaku. A disaster that will engulf heaven and earth is coming. My duty is to defend the people and protect our lord, and so I must go to the shogun's side. When Lady Saiguu departed the second time, Lady Yae was but a young girl. The person she had pursued all this time now left her again. It was not until the untimely disaster swept across the archipelago that we understood the meaning of Lady Saiguu's words, but it was too late, and things had not turned out as we would have wished. This time, Lady Saiguu left a third time. This time, she departed forever. Now, there's a couple of interesting things to note here when it comes to Genshin lore. The first really interesting thing is that it seems that both the Kitsune Saiguu and Yae Miko are originally from the Hakushin lands. From what I understand, this is the original home of the Kitsune. According to the Toki Alley Tales lore entries, the Kitsune arrived in Inazuma from across the sea. This seems to indicate that they are originally from mainland Teyvat, so maybe at some point in the future we may run into more Kitsune in the mainland. The next notable item here is that Yae and the Kitsune Saiguu are related by blood. Specifically, they are ancestors of the Hakushin clan or the White Dawn clan. This clan is specifically in charge of maintaining the shrines throughout Inazuma. Though many think of the Kitsune Saiguu when it comes to the Grand Narukami Shrine, it was actually a kitsune named Hakushin that founded their clan and inhabited Mount Yogu before both the Kitsune Saiguu and Yae Miko. Lastly, I wanted to make note of Yurakusai because he seems to be at the center of the Abyss invasion of Inazuma. Based on my research, Yurakusai was a kitsune known for his literary abilities and expertise of tea. However, around 500 years ago, he made some sort of mistake that resulted in the Kitsune Saiguu banishing him off to some faraway lands. Additionally, it seems that his actions were closely linked with the invasion of the Abyss. During the Sakura cleansing ritual questline, we learned that at some point several hundred years ago, the sacred Sakura came close to dying due to the corruption and filth from the Abyss. Because of this, I suspect that Yurakusai was directly involved in bringing the Abyss into Inazuma and almost causing the death of the sacred Sakura. Following his banishment, the Kitsune Saiguu would join Ei at Tenshukaku and prepare for the incoming invasion. Unfortunately, the Kitsune Saiguu would not make it through this conflict. However, her memories would continue to live on as the accumulated filth beneath the sacred tree. This leads to the present day where Paimon and the Traveler work with Kazari, aka the Kitsune Saiguu's memories, to cleanse the corruption once and for all. And with the ritual completed, it means that Inazuma is saved, right? Well, I'm not exactly sure about this because with the release of Tsurumi Island, we come to learn that the appearance of the Rift Hounds and the Wolf Lord is a recent occurrence. Considering these monsters are beings of the Abyss, could this possibly signal a second invasion of Inazuma? My personal theory and belief here is that with Yae's release, we may need to work with her to defend the sacred Sakura from the return of the Abyss. Just a hunch here, but it seems like the narrative is really pulling us in this direction. Since we are on the topic of the sacred Sakura, we should probably also talk about the Thunder Sakuras in Inazuma. During the Sakura cleansing ritual, another interesting thing we learn is that the Thunder Sakuras are actually an extension of the sacred Sakura. These trees are important in purifying the land of any corruption. However, we learn about another purpose for the Thunder Sakuras in the Sakura Arborism questline. According to the Shrine Maiden Miyuki, Yae Miko sent her to Kanazuka to protect and restore the Thunder Sakuras in the area. Additionally, Miyuki let it slip that these Thunder Sakuras are being used to suppress the one who lies beneath. Now, I actually go into more depth on this in my Thunder Sakura Mystery Lore video, which I will link down below for those of you who are interested. but my general thoughts here are that there's some sort of creature that is being sealed away. As I stated earlier, there seems to be a slow return of abyssal creatures that were previously thought to have been exterminated. Examples being the Rifthounds and the Wolf Lord. Additionally, we know that powerful creatures corrupted by the abyss leave behind their will and energy on the land. For example, although Durin is dead, his energy and blood still have powerful effects on Dragonspine. That being said, I believe that the Thunder Sakuras could be used to contain some sort of abyssal creature. In one of A's voiceovers, she seems to allude to some sort of creature invading Inazuma during the Cataclysm.
I'm fearful because of what I witnessed 500 years ago. Her demise and that thing. But if it were you, everyone would be safe. You would have saved the world. Just like I cherish the memories of everything in Inazuma. If you remember me, I'll live forever.
With this in mind, my current theory is that the Thunder Sakuras are currently suppressing the residual corruption from the abyssal creature that attacked Inazuma hundreds of years ago. However, I think another possibility is that these trees could also be suppressing the Oni Chiyo who was corrupted by the abyssal creature during the Cataclysm. Either way, I think Yae knows a whole lot more about this situation than she lets on. I'm sure that once she is released, we will finally find out what is being contained underneath Kanazuka. Lastly, I wanted to talk about Yae and Scaramouche. Ever since I finished the Archon quest, I can't shake the feeling that there was something off about the interaction between Yae and Scaramouche. One thing that I noticed was that Scaramouche didn't seem to be very surprised upon Yae's arrival to the Delusion Factory. In fact, he seems to relax a bit and drops his arms when he sees her, which seems to be an odd reaction given the situation. I mean, if I were Scaramouche and some random girl popped up out of nowhere, I feel like I would have taken a more defensive or offensive posture. That being said, I believe that Yae and Scaramouche actually know each other. Now, I'm sure that comes as a shock to a lot of you watching this video, but just bear with me for a sec. When we finally finish the Archon quest, I don't know about you guys, but Yae seems to know a bit too much about Scaramouche. Another really sussy thing is that Yae taught A how to transfer her consciousness into the puppets. With that being said, I'm pretty sure that Yae was present when A tested those powers on Scaramouche. Additionally, I don't buy for a second that Yae has no idea about the purpose of the Gnosis. Given her friendship with A and the fact that she knows A cut off contact with Celestia, there's just no way that she doesn't know about the power of the Gnosis. Anyways, the Husk of Opulent Dreams artifact set seems to confirm the fact that Yae and Scaramouche have met before. According to the feather piece of the artifact set, the Plume of Luxury, Scaramouche came across a Shrine Maiden while he wandered around Inazuma. So this could mean he's actually met Yae before and maybe even stayed at the Narukami Shrine while he was wandering around Inazuma. Based on this information, I believe that Yae knew Scaramouche and that she purposely gave him the Gnosis. For what reason, I have no idea, but I think we'll have to deal with the consequences of this in the near future. So there you have it, 5 Genshin lore facts and theories related to Yae Miko that you may not know about. Let me know your thoughts on what Yae is planning down below in the comment section. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!